Bro, you just scared me. Didn't I tell you to stand? Bro, stand over here. Yes, sir. Hey, what's going on with it, Hoop Nation? It's your boy TDOT, and we back with another video. So today, I'm gonna give y'all 10 tips on how to get recruited. So stay tuned, baby. Check it out. So the first tip that I got for y'all on how to get recruited is you gotta be good. You gotta stay in the gym, you gotta keep working, bro. Because college coaches are not just throwing out scholarships like that. They're not just giving away money. So if you're not in the gym working on your game, how the hell you think you're gonna get recruited? So you gotta stay in the gym, you gotta be good. That's the first tip. So the second tip is control what you can control. All right, don't stress about it. If you're not getting recruited right now, it's not the end of the world. You can't put too much pressure on yourself because it's a lot of college coaches out here that want you, but they just don't know where you at right now. So you can't really stress about it. Your time is coming. You just gotta be patient and wait for the right time, the right school, and the right fit for you. You know what I'm saying? You don't wanna rush into things. All right, so that's the second tip. So the third tip on how to get recruited is you gotta put yourself in a position to get recruited / scouted. That means you gotta play AAU / travel ball, and you gotta make your high school team. If you're not doing those things, how do you expect to get recruited, all right? These things give you more exposure to college coaches. It gets your name out there. It just allows more coaches to see you play, all right? AAU is a great way to get exposure. I know I used to play AAU. It will be dozens of coaches on the sidelines and stuff. That's a great way to get seen by coaches, all right? So make sure you guys are trying to play AAU, travel ball, and you're making your high school team, all right? So the fourth tip on how to get recruited is you gotta make a list of the schools that you might be interested in. If you're not a Duke and Kentucky caliber type player, don't write down Duke and Kentucky as a school that you're interested in. Know what your level is. If you're an NAIA player, D3 player, look up some D3 NAIA schools. If you write down a list of schools, that just gives you more options on where you might want to go in the future, all right? So that's the fourth tip on how to get recruited. So the fifth tip on how to get recruited is you got to reach out to these coaches via email. This kind of goes along with the fourth point of writing down the schools and making a list of the schools you're interested in. So what you want to include in your email is your name, the school you attend, your class / graduation year, why you're interested in the school, like what makes them different from everybody else, like why do they stand out, and what you can bring to the table. You know what I'm saying? Coaches want to know what you can offer to them. Even though you want to get something from them, they want to know what you can bring to the table, like what type of person you are, the type of player you are you a good student? You know, you want to add all of that type of stuff in your email, all right? Let them know what kind of person you are, because they don't want to just recruit anybody. They're not just throwing out money to anybody. So they making sure they getting good players, good character guys on their team. So you want to make sure you include all of that stuff in the email, all right? So that's the fifth tip on how to get recruited. All right, you guys, so the sixth tip on how to get recruited is you gotta make a highlight tape. You gotta show the coaches what you're working with. If they don't know how you play and they don't see you in person, what else they got to work with, all right? So any film is better than no film. If you got a video of you just working out, getting shots up, you know what I'm saying, working out with your trainer or something, that's better than nothing. Make sure you send some game film too, because coaches want to see what you can do in the actual game. Because highlights may sometimes be deceiving, you know what I'm saying? Coaches might see you make a three and doing all this extra stuff, but you really might not play like that, all right? So coaches want to see how you actually engage on the court, how you looking in game film, you know what I'm saying? So make sure you send a game clip as well if you have it. So that's the sixth tip on how to get recruited. Woo! So the seventh tip on how to get recruited is you gotta make relationships and network. Talk to your coaches, you know? You never know who they may know. Your coach's best friend may be the coach at a college that you're interested in, all right? So you just always wanna stay in contact with old coaches, never burn bridges. Stay in contact, make sure you're always talking to everybody, you know what I'm saying? Anybody that may have some knowledge on the game of basketball, that may know other people at colleges. So you just always want to make those relationships, all right? So that's the seventh tip on how to get recruited. All right, you guys, so the eighth tip on how to get recruited is you got to make sure you take the ACT and the SAT, preferably your junior year, all right? You don't want to wait till the last minute to take it, because that's when shit goes wrong. Just in case an issue pops up or something, you want to take it your junior year, all right? Because if you don't get the score that you want or the score that's required for the school, you're gonna be left ass out. So you wanna make sure you give yourself a chance by taking it junior year, just in case you don't get the score that you want. That gives you another chance to take it by the end of your junior year or senior year, all right? So that's the 8th tip on how to get recruited. So the 9th tip on how to get recruited is you gotta make sure your grades are up to par. If your grades jacked up and raggedy and you got D's and F's on your report card, ain't no college coach gonna even think about recruiting you. So you wanna make sure those things are straight and covered. The NCAA requires every student to have a 2.3 GPA, an 18 on the ACT, and an 860 on the SAT. If you're interested in going to the NCAA college, those are the requirements to even get in, all right? So you wanna make sure your grades are straight, bro. So the last and final tip on how to get recruited is you gotta use social media to your advantage. Every program has social media, every coach has social media, so you wanna slide in the DMs, you know what I'm saying? If you can't get in touch with them through email, this is probably the best way to get in contact with coaches, through social media. And also, if you got a social media account and you reach out to these coaches, make sure your page is clean. Don't be in pictures throwing up gang signs, all of that, smoking, drinking, none of that. All right, you wanna make sure you putting out the best representation of yourself, because that's the first thing that they're gonna see before they even see your DM. They're gonna go to your profile, all right? So you know, make sure all of that stuff is cleaned up so that you could give yourself the best chance to get recruited, all right? So that's the last and final tip on how to get recruited to play college basketball, man. All right, Hoop Nation, that's the end of the video, man. Thank y'all for tuning in again. 10 tips on how to get recruited. You know what I'm saying? I've been getting this request in my DMs, people asking me, yo, bro, I've been having trouble getting recruited. Can you make a video and help me out? That's what I do. That's what I'm here for, Coach TDOT. So thank y'all for tuning in to another lit video, bro. I hope these tips helped y'all on how to get recruited. Take advantage of them. I'm throwing y'all these special gems. All you gotta do is execute on it. Thank y'all for tuning in to another lit video, man. Like, comment, subscribe if you're new, baby. Let's get it, Hoop Nation!